need to stay focused on your goals in your life. No matter what is going on in your life currently, whether it's good or bad, make sure it doesn't take away your attention from what you really are trying to do with your life. Whether that's trying to improve yourself in whatever way, if that's health, money, whatever. If you're trying to improve your relationships, anything or everything, right? We have so many goals in our life that we want to do, and I'm assuming that you are somebody who really cares about your goals. That's why you're watching this. So assuming that, you got to make sure that you're staying true to your goals no matter what happens in your life, right? I recently went through a thing, not really going to specify exactly what it was, but I went through a tough time, kind of like my own mental battle of just constant overthinking, doubting, like fear, all that. You probably already know what I'm talking about if you've seen my other videos, but I went through that, and when I was going through that, I kind of fell off. I was posting consistently for, I say, a decent amount of time, and then I kind of stopped posting consistently. I stopped learning all the stuff I really was trying, like I was getting a hang of learning. Like I stopped reading the books, I stopped studying the languages, I stopped doing all of that because I went through this one really just tough time. I just couldn't get my thought off of this really just bad point in my life. I mean, I wouldn't really say it was bad, but it was a big growth just in myself, but it wasn't exactly happy time. A lot of emotions, a lot of all that, a lot of fear instilled into me, a lot of just doubt about everything, and insecurity coming up, bad past experience, all that. It was a huge mental battle. But because I was putting so much thought into all this stuff, it threw me off track of what I was trying to do for the longest time. And I think it kind of taught me a lesson that no matter how hard times get, make sure you always are at least putting some type of time or effort into your goals. That way they can soon flourish. Like, don't let these temporary events affect something that could be permanent in your life, right? If you accomplished your goal and you succeeded and you became successful, that's like a permanent thing. Well, I mean, it could be taken away, but you get what I'm saying. Your life can change. So don't allow these temporary events affect something that could be permanent, right? Don't allow a bad breakup or somebody passing away or something like that ruin your drive and your discipline to do things. And I'm not sitting here saying that you got to be a robot, and when you go through bad times, you got to make sure you're grinding, you're staying on track. Like, if you can do that, props to you, good for you. But there are times in our life when things get so bad that you can't think about anything else. Like, that's the only thing you can think of. Sure, you may still go to work, you may still go to school, but in reality, what you're thinking about the entire time you're at work or at school is that thing, right? Whether it's bad or good. It's just the only thing you're thinking about. And that's like the shoes I was in. Like, I went to work like every day, and the only thing I think about was that. And I was like on the verge of just crying because it was just so bad to me. And obviously you can imagine when I came home from work, it didn't matter. The thought just kept going on and on and on inside my own head. And so obviously, did I pick up a book? No. Did I post content? I mean, here and there, but it wasn't consistent. Did I study the languages I was supposed to be studying? No. Did I learn about business? No. I didn't do anything. I literally just basically was scrolling my life away for a little bit. Let me take that back. I wasn't scrolling my life away. I actually was talking to my family a lot about, everything going on. But I'm not saying that I regret doing that. No, I cherish that all the time, right? But I do regret the fact that I wasted a bunch of time not doing the thing what I knew I should be doing, the goals I was supposed to be chasing, right? That's what I regret. Now, am I going to let this tear me down? No. I understand that it's a lesson that, even when you go through hard times, you still got to make sure that you're staying on track. But I also learned another lesson that sometimes times are just so hard that you just can't think of anything else. It doesn't matter how hard you try. And that's the kind of point I was in. And yeah, but understand that you are human. So when you do go through hard times, you're like, man, I got this really thing that's going on in my life. It's really bad. Like say, for example, you went through a really bad breakup. You're like, man, all I can think about is her. That's the only person I can think about in my head. I can't think of anything else. Every time I try to eat, I can't because my stomach hurts. Every time I try to pick up a book and read, I just can't focus. I try to make a video. I try to do this. I try to do that. I try to go out with friends. I can't do anything. I can't focus on anything but that. And sometimes you kind of just got to realize that this is just a period of time, right? Eventually it's going to pass, but you have to understand it is a period of time that eventually will go away. It is not permanent. So yes, you might think you're wasting a bunch of time not doing the thing you're supposed to be doing. And if you have the discipline to keep doing the thing even through hard times, good for you. I say you got a power to you. But don't feel like you're less of a person or like somehow you're ruining your success because you take off a week or something because you're going through a really hard time. That 1 week isn't going to ruin your chances of doing what you've always wanted to do. In reality, I feel like all those people telling you that even through hard times, I was always focused. I worked 12 hours a day, and that's the only way I became successful. They're lying. I mean, sure, in very rare scenarios, that is true. But the truth is that nobody is grinding every single day. They're taking a break at some point. At some point, they are taking a break. That's the truth. And especially when they're going through really hard times, because like I said, everybody's human. Now, are people different? Yes. There are people out there that maybe it could work every single day and it wouldn't bother them. Maybe that is their like safe space, which is good for them. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying the amount of people you hear talk about it, it's, that some of them are telling the truth and the others are lying. I mean, that's really what I'm saying. But back to what I was talking about. You need to stay focused. And even if you go through a really hard time like I was, make sure that after all of it is past, the time period is past, all the bad stuff has gone by, because it will. You don't know when, but it will go away at some point. Once it's past, make sure that now you go back to what you were doing to go after your goals. Don't let this temporary event ruin a permanent thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, sure, you went through a bad time. Somebody passed away. Your girlfriend broke up with you. Your boyfriend broke up with you. It's really hard. You guys dated for 5 years and it just ended like that. Am I saying you should just get over it overnight? No. The truth is that's not going to happen. Somebody passes away, you're going to be thinking about that for probably the rest of your life. Now, the emotion will die down the more time goes by. But like, over time, you're going to think about it all the time. I had a great uncle of mine, very close to. He passed away, like, I can't give you the exact time point. It was a while ago, though. It was a long time ago. And I still, every now and again, think about it. I'll be like, man, I wonder what he's doing, like, kind of like that. Or I remember when we would sit in the house and just, like, play COD. We played Black Ops 2 on Transit and all that, and just play all night. Like, I remember, like, these memories come back, and it's not, like, something that I regret. No, I appreciate it. Like, I got to experience that. Some people don't even get to experience that at all. So I'm blessed to have that. I am blessed to even have the ability to feel sad or any of that about these situations. I was blessed with that opportunity to be with him, and even though he's gone now, I mean, sure, even when it first hit me, it didn't really hit me when he passed away. I kind of just like, because I was little, right? I was kind of just like processing everything. I don't really know what to think. And to be honest, I still don't really know what to think. I haven't really cried about it necessarily. I don't think that makes me a bad person, but did I care about him a lot? Yes, I did. But it kind of just goes to show you that, like, these bad events, sometimes you think about them for literally the rest of your life. Even bad breakups sometimes. Like, even if you move on, there's still gonna be that thought in the back of your head, man, can't believe that happened. Like, stuff like that. But, like, what I'm saying is you can't let these, like, temporary events just, like, throw you off track. Like, if somebody tells you that you're gonna be nothing in life, and let's say that's the temporary event that puts you down. So let's say you're grinding, right? You're going after your goals. You're chasing your dreams. You're doing everything right. And all of a sudden, your teacher comes up to you in class, right? Tells you you're gonna be nothing. You're a piece of shit. You're not gonna make it. You're gonna die alone. You're gonna do nothing in life. And then your classmate does the same thing. You're not gonna do anything in life. You're gonna die alone. You're not gonna be successful. And then your parents do the same thing. Friends do the same thing. Let's say everybody was against you. This would be an example of a temporary event because eventually they'll stop, right? Yeah, somebody might say something here and there, but let's just say that at some point it stops. It's not like something you're going to hear every single day of the week. So it's a temporary event. Are you going to allow this temporary event of all these negative people around you now mold your future and like the permanent goal if you accomplish it? Like, are you going to let this temporary thing ruin your chances? And the answer should be no. So when you have a bad breakup, or somebody passes, or you get hurt or something like that, emotionally or physically, it doesn't matter. The point is, when these things happen, you can't let it throw you off track. You can have time to kind of step away from your goals for a little bit, because in reality that's going to happen. Like, that's the truth. Unless you have the discipline to really stay on track even through those times, which good for you. It's hard. And the other thing is, my version of bad and your version of bad could be completely different. So what I thought was really bad for me, you might think is, oh, I don't know why you're whining about that, right? But yours, I could be the same thing about you. I could be like, I don't understand how that's so hard. But it's different for everybody. So my struggle was emotion, like a very emotional, like I'm not usually that way at all. I am very positive. It's just randomly I just started getting it, right? Just a lot of doubt, fear, all that, and it threw me off track of what I was doing. But now I'm starting to get back on track, which is good, which is what I'm saying. Like, you might have times in your life where it gets really hard, and you do realize yourself kind of drifting away from, like, for example, let's say you're going through a hard time. You were hitting the gym consistently. Now all of a sudden, you hit it once a week. Barely. The workout was ass, even the one that you hit once a week, because you're going through this hard time. Don't let that ruin the next 2 years of your life because you just gave up on it because you went through one bad time. And that happens really often. Like, people will be on track. People will be on track to do something great in life, right? And then an obstacle or a lesson or something hits them. Something negative happens in their life. And then they never think to come back to their goals. They just give up entirely. They completely forget about it. Like I said with the gym thing. Let's say you're grinding, bad thing happens, you stop for a little bit, but then you never come back. That's what people do with a lot of their goals. Getting smarter, learning about money, all that stuff. Like, if they had a goal in their life and one bad thing happened, whether it was related to it or not, they'll let it throw it off of them forever. And you can't do that. You have to stay focused. There will be times in your life where it gets very difficult to stay focused on those things. And if you can still stay focused, good for you. But if you can't, do not get down on yourself and feel like, man, I just wasted so much time, I should just give up. No. It's just a sign for you to keep going forward. You are given this obstacle for a reason. Make sure you stay focused. That's really all I have to say. So other than that, though, really just stay focused. Keep working on yourself. Don't get too down on yourself when you mess up. It's going to happen. But understand, though, that you are a human. You are not a robot. You are not here to beep, 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 boop, 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 and be done, right? You'll have a journey of your own. You'll have a story of your own to tell. But don't let, like, one bad thing ruin just something great that can happen. So, and that could be anything. But that's really it. Just stay focused. Stay disciplined. I believe in you. But other than that, life isn't too short to make a change.